You won't believe your eyes when you see what CGI and VFX can do. Hello everyone and welcome to Cracklex. Behind the scenes of the Fast and Furious franchises holds many surprises, even for longtime fans. The franchise is one of the best car movies of the past 20 years, with millions of fans worldwide. The Fast franchise is famous for having one of the largest productions, which is necessary for great results. Consider the scenes that were allegedly shot in Iceland. Actually, they were completed entirely in an Atlanta studio. They were filmed in what was likely the largest blue screen the franchise had used up to that point. How they managed to transform a sizable room into what appears to be an icy tundra is really amazing. I assume the CGI artists put in the necessary work because the studio had fake snow and big blue walls around the corners. With a crew this committed, it should come as no surprise that the movies have been successful. However, VFX artists are magicians. The same was done for Owen Shaw's scene. Surprisingly, despite real roads being the main focus of the movies, these actors rarely or never appear in them. To be fair, audiences aren't watching these films for their intense realism. They want to see expensive cars destroyed beyond all reason, blown up and overturned. You might be surprised by the actual split between real and fake stunts in these movies. Up to 90% of the vehicle actions you saw throughout the franchise, according to MPC, didn't actually take place in real life. CGI was the sole cause of it. That many cars going up in flames would probably strain the budget to the point where the global economy would likely collapse. It hurts a little to hear this as a fan. One of those things you easily understand, such as the fact that your parents and not the tooth fairy gave you the money, but verbalizing it makes it slightly more painful. They do manage to wreck a few cars though. What about the final 10% of vehicle movement that I mentioned earlier? Good news then, for those who want to watch actual cars blow up on camera. This does happen. There's a catch though. In many instances, hero cars, rather than actual vehicles, are used in the production. These are stunt or replica cars that are made to resemble the original models in every way. If you look closely, you can see a few minor flaws, but in essence, they are just less expensive versions of the same vehicles. Consider Jess's Jetta as an example. It was simply a stock Jetta without a turbo, with the same body kit and wheels, but to match, they added fake brakes. When you see cars being destroyed, they are usually hero cars because it is much less expensive to blow them up than the real ones. They might not be exactly what they seem to be, but I suppose it's better than being entirely CGI. Even though they might appear to be a family on screen, the cast, especially Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel, seems to be anything but that. The two frequently air their dirty laundry in front of the public because their feud has managed to escape behind the scenes. Vin appears to have made an effort to let the past go more recently. He urged Dwayne to join Fast 10 in a post from last November. The actor continued, "The world eagerly anticipates the series' conclusion, and no matter what problems Vin's children may be facing, they still refer to Johnson as Uncle. Even on special occasions, Dwayne and Vin wish each other well." The fact that the post was able to gain so much attention naturally required Dwayne to respond. He did precisely that later on December 30th while speaking with CNN. The Rock continued, "I was surprised by what Diesel wrote, and while I support the franchise and my former castmates, I wasn't going to join Fast." The Rock claimed that Vin's public post is just one instance of the way he deceives people. The way he had raised his children in the post didn't sit well with Dwayne. The Rock stated that while a proper conclusion to the Fast saga was something he was looking forward to, public discourse clouds the issue. "Well, at least I've finally found a family that is more dysfunctional than mine." However, these movies employ other methods as well. In the background, they also use something referred to as film tricks. You might be wondering, what is that? I'll use one as an example. Do you recall the scene where Dominic was hanging off a tall structure? Tom Cruise would be hanging on for dear life in that scene if the Fast and Furious movies had cast him. But since Vinny is good at doing things his way, he was actually supported by some wires that helped him stay balanced. Ben was hovering above a large green room. There was no tall building in sight. Watching the making of video makes this scene seem significantly less epic in comparison to how epic it was in the film. The actors aren't always close to real roads or moving vehicles to start. Yes, you may have seen Dominic jump from one car to the other a number of times in movies, but in reality, he wasn't doing anything nearly as cool. In fact, thanks to some behind-the-scenes video, it's possible to see the actor sitting in a gray prop car surrounded by green screens. The entire movie sequence was created digitally, with the only real vehicle being a static computer-generated car. The epic muscle car movie fans may remember from the movie was created from that stationary CG car by the magic of VFX artists. There were no significant problems or obvious errors during the process. Real talent, that is. It's difficult to make a stationary CG car fully functional as a moving vehicle while maintaining a realistic feel. Actors performing such stunts on their own may seem like a lot to ask, and you'd probably be right. But it's challenging to ignore the time and effort that some actors have actually invested in such stunts in the past. The majority of his stunts, like Jackie Chan's, were performed by him alone, even when they involved hanging off of buildings. However, I suppose the real skill of the Fast and Furious franchise lies in how it manages to incorporate these stunts and make them look even more incredible on screen. Anyway, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel to see more such videos. See you in the next video.